Greetings, roar lovers of Detroit. You've just tuned into Lions News Fan Report, your epicenter for all things Motor City football magic. Before we unleash today's thrilling rumor bombshell, do me a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to Lions News Fan Report so you never miss a single play of insider speculation coming your way. Now, let's dive into the mystery that's got the entire fan base buzzing with hope and a hint of disbelief. It's been nearly 7 months since a devastating snapped bone forced one of our most fearsome defensive maestros off the field. Since that fateful October afternoon, whispers around Ford Field have suggested a timeline for his grand return, but nothing official until now. Recent comments from the man himself at a high-profile spring event hinted that he's good and ready to knock the evaluations out of the park. Yet savvy observers caught an intriguing detail. Team personnel have been unusually tight-lipped, almost as if they're crafting a storybook comeback for maximum impact. Could this be the prelude to the biggest homecoming the NFC North has ever witnessed? Behind the scenes, sources tell us that strength assessments are off the charts. Reports of 1.5x bodyweight sled pushes and remarkable improvements in lower leg stability have coaches raising eyebrows. But here's where the plot thickens. Footage surfaced online showing our defensive dynamo navigating cutting drills with a slight hesitation in his stride. Is that a calculated precaution or a sign that Mother Nature is demanding a bit more time? Fans are already debating, is it possible that the team will hold him back until mid-season to guarantee peak performance? Some insiders believe the front office is orchestrating a late July press conference, strategically timed to send shockwaves through training camp and turbocharge ticket sales. Let's rewind to crunch the numbers. In his rookie season, this relentless force racked up 9 sacks and over 30 tackles, statistics that instantly elevated Detroit's defensive reputation. Last year, opponents exploited that missing edge, exploiting lanes and converting third downs against a visibly less imposing front. Now, imagine the electric atmosphere when that edge is fully restored. Could Week 3 against a divisional rival become the launching pad for a late-season surge? Or might the coaching staff lean toward a cautious Week 5 debut, allowing extra prep? Time to ensure every ligament and tendon is battle-ready? Adding spice to our rumor stew, head coach Dan Campbell himself dropped tantalizing hints earlier this year, suggesting that if Detroit had advanced far enough, our hero might have joined the fray even sooner. Why reference a hypothetical Super Bowl return unless there's genuine confidence in his resilience? Some pundits argue that this is classic Campbell, using psychological intrigue to keep opponents guessing and rally the locker room. Others contend it's a genuine indication that medical evaluations are bordering on miraculous milestones. Social media is aflame with reaction GIFs and fan-created montages projecting triumphant tackles and soaring highlights. One die-hard supporter wrote, "This is the stuff of legends. He's coming back like a phoenix from the ashes." Another cautioned, "Hope is powerful, but I don't want them to rush him. Longevity matters." It's this clash of optimism versus prudence that makes the storyline irresistible. Could this tension be the secret sauce for narrative-driven engagement, keeping viewers glued to every update? Historically speaking, healing from a compound leg fracture is rarely linear. NFL medical teams typically prescribe incremental benchmarks, initial range-of-motion milestones, weight-bearing drills, and eventually controlled scrimmaging before full contact clearance. Reports indicate our guy is breezing through the first 2 stages, yet final contact simulations remain unverified. Could the Lions medical staff be saving their biggest reveal, a definitive return date, until they see him laid out across a padded dummy, torquing through his signature spin move? Meanwhile, league-wide chatter suggests rival front offices are monitoring this saga closely. A fully healthy version of our defensive ace could dramatically recalibrate draft day valuations and free agent pursuits for edge rushers across the league. If Detroit confirms a mid-August return, teams in playoff contention may pivot resources immediately, An anonymous GM was overheard saying, "This adds another layer. The league itself is a cast of characters in our unfolding drama, each waiting with bated breath to see how the Lions will play their hand." As we approach the threshold of training camp, one burning question persists. Will the official announcement land before the first padded practice, amplifying emotional momentum? Or will Detroit hold the card close to its chest, unveiling it only when the stadium is filled to capacity, microphones live, and cameras rolling? Could this be the strategic crescendo that launches the 2025 season into Lions legend? That's where we leave you for now, fellow fans, on the brink of revelation, caught between hope and anticipation. Stay tuned, because this saga is far from over, and the next chapter promises to redefine everything we thought we knew about comebacks. If you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe to Lions News Fan Report so you don't miss a single electrifying update on Aidan Hutchinson's comeback journey. Now, let's pick up where we left off and peer deeper into the heart of this unfolding drama. Training camp is on the horizon, and whispers of a big reveal are growing louder. Industry insiders suggest Detroit's brass plans to announce a precise return-to-play date in late July, timing it to maximize media impact and ignite fan fever just before pads go on. Imagine the moment when microphones boom. Aidan Hutchinson will be cleared for full practice on August 18th. Can you hear the roar of the crowd at Ford Field? Could that single announcement send a shockwave through the entire NFC North, signaling that the Lions mean serious business in 2025? But let's not forget the potential pitfalls. A mid-August return gives Hutchinson only weeks to transition from rehab to full contact drills. Some veteran sources caution that limited time under fire could leave him vulnerable to re-injury, or worse, underprepared for the season opener. Might the coaching staff implement a controlled workload, easing him into game action over several weeks? Could a Week 1 stint be replaced by a cameo in Week 4, preserving his long-term health at the expense of early momentum? Let's explore the scoreboard scenarios. If he's back by Week 2 against a struggling division rival, Detroit could ride that emotional high into the heart of September, perhaps generating a 2- or 3-game winning streak that cements playoff aspirations. Conversely, if his debut comes in Week 5 versus a formidable opponent like Philadelphia, those first 2 losses might sting, but a victorious return could instantly flip the narrative, transforming adversity into championship-level inspiration. Which path seems more plausible? Some think the Lions will gamble on an earlier return to capture immediate headlines. Others believe they'll wait for an optimal matchup to guarantee a triumphant homecoming. Behind closed doors, Hutchinson's rehab has evolved into a high-tech operation. Reports highlight cutting-edge neuromuscular re-education sessions, GPS-monitored, agility tests, and video analytics to refine his footwork. One unnamed coach revealed that Hutchinson's lateral quickness drills now produce metrics rivaling preseason numbers from his standout rookie campaign. Could this data-driven approach justify an aggressive return timeline? Or do hidden metrics, like joint torque and return-to-tissue benchmarks, still lag, forcing medical staff to maintain a soft launch plan? Meanwhile, rival teams are watching closely. Word is that a handful of playoff contenders have already adjusted their off-season scouting, reassigning resources to other edge-rushing targets under the assumption that Detroit will activate Hutchinson early. Could this strategic misdirection play into the Lions' hands? By hinting at an August return and then delaying until September, Detroit could undermine opponents' roster strategies and gain an unexpected competitive edge. If this deep dive got your heart racing, show some love with a thumbs up, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you're first in line when the next bombshell drops. Thanks for watching, stay fierce, and I'll see you at the next update.